keep the that CBM rolling, so let's go ahead and grab another battery. Let's grab... let's just finish off this medium I've got sitting up here. Alright, let's... Whoops. Excuse me. Medium battery. And go ahead and eat that. That gets me back up to 100 power. Stay in the light. Alright, let's see how fast this takes in real world time. That's mostly what I'm curious about, is watch how fast this goes in real world time. Dunk. Dunk. Do. All done. Next book. Firefighting. Oh, also 4 minutes to go from level 7 to level 9. There's level 8. There's level 9. So it took what? About 8-9 seconds of real world time, and it took 3 hours, just over 3.5 hours of in-game time to get levels 7, 8, and 9 in fabrication. I knew that was going to be pretty funny when I actually did it. Oh yeah, this guy is Mega Nerd. That's his whole thing. He's a bookworm, he's a fast learner, he's a fast reader. He's got the enhanced memory banks, which also improves that process. That's why I said focus was going to be fairly irrelevant, because it was just going to smash through them in absolutely no time at all. What do we got else that I care about? I don't care about unarmed combat. I don't care about bartering. Survival is fairly useless at that level for this guy. I might take the dodge in case my methods change, but it's not going to change anything in what I can craft right now. Trapping is good for a few reasons, but I'm not too worried about it right now either, and I got nothing really left to do. So the fab, though, opened up a number of things. Now I can actually do the heavy suit, which I couldn't do before, but I don't know if I'm willing to go grab all the stuff I need for it. We just barely managed to get all that stuff created last time. Not a big deal. A bit of a big deal. I could do it, but it'd be a little tough without the easy access to the seats for the leather patches. Raincoat I can easily go find. This I can make with, again, more leather. Duct tape we know we can make, and then I just need 10 more Kevlar. So, I mean, we can do it. I'm not in a big hurry to do it, though. I can make the duct tape. We can make super glue. We can make duct tape. So, it's not a big deal. I just didn't refresh my supply after we got all the other Survivor gear put together. So I'm not super concerned about that. Let's go ahead and have that PB&J before it goes bad. Smash down some soy milk. And a chocolate bar and a couple almonds. That should be fine. And again, we are out of things to read. Let's see. What did I want to work on? Trying to remember, what was I missing? Most of this stuff is, I mean, I'm just not going to do a lot of damage melee regardless, just because of my horrible, horrible strength. Strength 6, you're just not going to hit all that hard. I don't care what weapon you got, unless I get some pretty nifty martial arts skills learned, which we haven't had an opportunity to do. I really don't have a way of upping my melee damage, so yeah. Let's go ahead and up off those. So, like I said, this is where I have to start trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm not happy with our local environment. We've done just about everything we can do in this whole area. So moving is pretty high on my priority list right now. Things I want to try to get done, I can't do here. And we're surrounded by flaming eyes on 3 different directions. We've got multiple acid anthills. No real useful buildings to get to. Mutations would be great, but again, no labs anywhere in sight yet, so I'd have to find a lab, which I'd be happy to do. That would fill in a lot of the other books that I need to finish the gaps that I've got. Although, I guess we filled them all in, because the only books I can't read... Oh, no, actually, that goes longer. That list is longer than what it shows there. That's right, it won't actually scroll that down. I forgot about that problem. Let's burn the books I don't need anymore. All the gray books. That'll solve that problem. All into the fire. We're gonna go on a book burning spree. So if it's gray, it means you can't get XP off of it anymore, and you've already memorized or level memorized all of the contents. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them. You've noticed I'm starting to use the circular. I'm using circular because they made it the default. That's the only reason I'm using circular. I can honestly care less which one is used. I started using the square. It was the default. I've always used the square. If they switched to circle, I'll use circle. It's not better, it's not worse. It has no effective difference in the actual gameplay mechanics, except slightly less long-range radius view because of the circular nature instead of the square, which is very, very little effect. And then secondly, reach attacks can't reach 2 spaces diagonally, which I've mentioned several times in places and complained about. I think that's silly. Either reach weapons need to be extended to be able to hit that second square, or their stats need to be rebalanced or something. That's the only actual gameplay effect. Movement-wise, I could care less what math they use. If the purists want to have the circular movement because it soothes their brain because it's more realistic, fine, use it. Makes no difference. I mean, me and the zombies are both using the same rules to move. If it's plus 1.5 points for me to move diagonal, and it's plus 1.5 for the zombie to move diagonal, there's no functional difference between our movement rates. However they want to compute the math is fine. I don't care. So that's the only reason I'm using circular, because they made it the default, and I, for the most part, try to hold myself to whatever the default is, because that's what the largest portion of my audience, and especially newer players, are going to be experiencing. So that's why. Alright, into the fire with you. I don't need any of you piece of crap books anymore. All you gray ones can just burn. Alright, now my reading list will look a little more useful. So I can actually see this whole thing down here. So yeah, we're gapped on first aid, we're gapped on electronics, we're gapped on computers. That's pretty much it. And I don't have any higher level mechanics books. We're just basically stuck on mechanics. We haven't found any of those books, so let's the other thing I was looking at was metalworking stuff. I got the welder put together, we've got the goggles, we've got the tongs, and we've got bolt cutters that have nothing to do with that really, but the welder, goggles, and tongs. So it was the forge that would normally be next, because you need the forge to start crafting the other tools. And then the forge needed the heating elements. I didn't go out and get quite enough heating elements. So if I go with the electric forge, you've got 4, I need 8 heating elements. And then a whole lot of soldering iron charges. Or makeshift welder charges. So yeah, this thing uses what size? Medium? Yeah, and we've got a medium battery or 2 that we can power it with for the initial things I'll need. But without the mechanics level, it's kind of a moot point, just because I need higher mechanics to really do stuff to the vehicle that I would want to do. We just don't have a lot of carry capacity for it right now. Yeah, if you're on the newest experimental and you have been just updating, then you wouldn't have noticed the change. You have to do basically a completely clean install for a new config file to be generated. Otherwise, it's carrying across your previous config file, so it won't have shown the circular distances to you. Unless you manually go in and change it, or start with a brand new, freshly created config file off of a brand new install type of situation. Or you delete your old one, so it generates a new one. Then you would see the circular distance change. Otherwise, it's just carrying across after each update your old config file. That's why you're not noticing it. Yeah, I said the same thing when I first had people telling me that circles were better. I'm like, it's a square world using square tiles. Even your circles are basically made up of squares, so whatever. Like I said, if the purists need it to soothe their overtaxed brains, let them have it. It makes no effective difference. Unless you're just totally in love with spears and you're totally bent about it not actually hitting 2 spaces away. That's the only circumstance where it really has any functional difference. Give it a few days and your eyes and your brain won't even notice the weird circles on the map instead of the squares. Okay, so we're kind of gapped on a few things. That's where I'm running into my problem currently. Can I get all of my gear into this one armored car? And I'm also worried that it's going to disintegrate and I won't have the vehicle welding rig to do the emergency repairs. I don't have a way of getting it running. So I don't have a lot of places I can go to investigate this town much further. We've kind of driven around the edges we can. We haven't spotted anything too useful. I would have marked it otherwise. I did mark that vehicle. That was the ambulance. I think I actually got into it on my way back, though. And we never made it to the museum, but it's moot at this point. Nothing I'm going to get there would be useful to me at the stage of the game we're in. So, how much crap do I have laying around that I would want to take? Let's pile the crap. Let's make a crap pile. All the stuff that I might actually want to take. And yes, you get to join the crap pile plastic mold. I am... do I consider the 60-liter tanks? I think I'm going to have to consider at least one of the 60-liter tanks. Right now I've got some pine needle tea and some water in these two. And this had water, but it's now empty. Yeah, alright, so let's see what's in the pile currently. It is 325 liters of space, taken up by everything I've got in here currently. Now, there's going to be stuff in there I don't care about, I'm going to leave behind, and I might sort that. But let's remind myself. I've got two, what? Car trunks? What are they, 162 each? Which is about exactly the amount I'd need to stockpile those. Yep, 162 and 162. Alright. So 325, not counting seats that I could throw 25 in until I get around to ripping them out. That's pretty much it. I think I can get enough stuff in here to make it worthwhile. I just need to move. I just need to go to a new location. So let's see if we can get this down to under 320. Well, see, 325 doesn't count the 6-liter tank. If I try to bring a 6-liter tank of water, that's going to jump my count up quite a bit. 60 liters, obviously. So, let's see how much thinning we can do here. Alright, so from there back to this way. What do I not care? Let's sort this by volume first. I've got a metal tank in this space as well. How many metal tanks do I have? I guess we're actually pretty good if there is a metal tank in this space, because that number I looked at earlier would already incorporate that. Because we're exactly, almost exactly right on the number. 325 is what these two trunks will hold. So we're just barely over, and that's including a 6-liter metal tank of water. So that's good. If I completely fill up a metal tank with clean water and take that with us, that'll make sure I have plenty of water for any use I need, whether to cook, whether to drink directly, and so on. That'll most easily get me to another location, obviously. So, sheets. I'm gonna need some rags, but it's not like I can't get more elsewhere. Pipes, not hard to come across. Pine boughs and willow bark. Alright, definitely don't need any of the willow bark. Pine boughs I can get anywhere. I'd like to keep the vinegar. I'd like to keep some of these, but I might ditch some. Don't need splintered wood taken. Don't need any of those. I think I've got a real shovel. Yeah, I do. I don't need the stone shovel. Keeping those. Keep the welder. Alright, not gonna keep all these army jackets now. Ditch those. I'll keep the one that's fitted just in case. Alright, let's change this back to category. Go from top down. I'll keep the weapons for now. They're not taking up much space. I don't care about the wooden spear that's damaged. And I don't care. No, I need a backup, so we'll keep the other one. Gotta keep the back or the bottle jack. I won't need the camera anymore. Didn't need the fire drill. Never use funnels. Not likely to need those anymore. Oops. Yeah, we'll keep it on big space. Alright, so this stuff. Never gonna use it. Never gonna use it. Never gonna use it. Hey there, who is that? Grigory Kharkov? Thank you very much. Appreciate the Prime sub. Hopefully I got a close approximation of the pronunciation of that name. Let's go with, yeah, let's just keep getting rid of this stuff. Take one of the sheets. So I need the gallon jugs, just in case. Need those. Not gonna need those. Already ditched books that I can't use anymore. There's that poppy bud, you pesky little bastard. These are out of charges. I'm just going to ditch them. I need to go get some new ones. I think they're like 1 charge each, which isn't going to be useful. Okay, last category. We've got it pared down pretty well. That'll give me some spare room to throw incidental things we find in. We can get rid of just a little bit more. I'll be a little happier. But I think we can easily make the trip out. Most of this stuff I want to keep a hold of. Probably don't need that many. Don't need those. Alright, army helmet, boots. Those are given a little bit of leather, a little bit of Kevlar. I don't want to clean any more of those, though. Alright, I think that's good enough. So this is the junk pile. That leaves us with 252. So, not bad. Throw that in last. I need to... spend some time and get all that water clean. I'm going to throw into the one thing I'm taking. Alright, let's do this. I want to get on the road. Lighter. Alright, we're not tired yet. How much pine needle tea can I do? Nah, let's just go for clean water. Okay, that tank there. Repeat. Whoops. Alright, so we used up all of our local water supply for the most part. We got 5 left. So let's go ahead, but not that one. Alright, as long as I don't go on a big old binge of cleaning dirty clothes, 141 should last me plenty long for whatever trip we're going to take. So I think we're good there. I'm not going to worry too much more about that. What else do I want to prep, if anything? Wooden rubber blunt arrow. Alright. Hey, we can do simple metal. Nah, not gonna get into that again. Let's have some pine needle tea. And tomato. Alright, full slate. It is 6:24 a.m. Arg! This is when I want to actually be leaving for the day. But it's going to take me, oh, what? An hour per space that I try to drag this pile? Something like that? What's a good place to get splints before you can craft them? I almost never find splints anywhere. I think you pretty much just have to craft them. Now they have just made a change. I was telling folks in my Discord channel before I went live that the most recent... Here, I'll show you. Right here. Scroll that. Right there. Auto dock bone setting. Autodocs, after this 9099 update, Autodocs now can set your bones. So you can just go visit any Autodoc. You don't have to find the specific bone setting computer that was in labs and hospitals and such. Just any Autodoc will have a bone setting option. Now, currently it's limited. I think when I read the PR, it said 1 to 4 uses, and then it'll run out of materials to make splints. What it does is you use it and it'll splint a damaged limb, just like you when you build a splint, but the Autodoc version is a higher quality and a higher skill installed, so it's going to have a better healing rate than a player-made splint would. So, yeah, there you go. If you're on build 9099, there you go. Go to an Autodoc to get these limbs fixed. That's a hell of a lot easier than trying to track down those bone setting machines. Plus, they changed minefields. You guys can go find that yourself. But there you go. So, 6:30 a.m. Let's drag this one space and let's see how long it takes. Let's put the spear away so our hands are free. 6:25 to 6:38. That's not so bad. 13 minutes per space. Only taking us a couple hours to get this out to the vehicle. Yeah, let's keep doing it. This is where I find out that there's a million zombies from a new horde. Yeah, stop. He's actually just about to walk into the shelter. Is he alone or is he going to have friends? What do you think? I think he's going to have friends. Now, of course, I went tired. Nope, he is alone. Alright, come visit me in here behind the traps. We'll get the copper spear out. Hey, Mr. Policeman, I'm right here. What do you... What the hell, Mr. Policeman? Oh, there's a tough zombie out there, too. Come on, you. Get in here. Welcome to the traps. What did he bring me? Energy drink. I think that's about it. Alright, keep dragging. Whoops. Put the spear away. So you can't drag through a window space, so I'll have to use the advanced inventory to shuffle everything over a space. Not a big deal. Oops. And I think I'm just going to back the vehicle up instead of dragging this stuff over here. Good enough. Damn it. I knew he was out there, but I didn't see him. I didn't see where he was at. My bad. Yeah, he's not really going to be able to hit me, so we'll just let him grab. And then he hits me. Where did he get me? Hits me in the left arm. My piercing weapon skill went up. Yeah, he got me for a few points in the left arm, alright. Alright, stop dragging me around the ground, you. I am over-encumbered right now. I've got the triple backpack thing going on, so... that's part of why that was a little bit of a silly fight. Alright, how to do this? Let's do... I don't want to move all. There's not really a split half command, unfortunately. Guess we'll do it this way. Until I get this to like 130 or so. Whoops, there's 135 already. Switch to there. Everything else, please. And that's 116 out of 160 in that one, so we've got, what, 46 available there. And 135 out of 162 there. So, about 27. So that gives me some incidental things, space that I can throw some items into if I'm not picking up too many odds and ends. And then all the seats. Seats will hold 25 each, so good enough for the moment. Alright, let's head back in. All the piles are gone. What's on the ground? Don't care, don't care. Get out of the way so I don't see you when I'm doing this view. Alright, I'm going to grab my clothing gear before I take off. Everything else I don't think I care about. We'll have the pine needle tea when we wake up, and we'll skedaddle on out of here, I think. 1 p.m. I don't really want to leave at 1 p.m. Could. I mean, we could drive right now. I don't know when I'm going to go dead tired. And I still have to pick a direction. Do I go out this way, skirting around the Flaming Eye here, and hope that there's a connection up that way to that city area? Refugee Center is a ways off this direction. Not that I have any designs on the Refugee Center, but at least I know there's a roadway that connects out that direction. So I'm inclined to go that way just because I've got some of the map revealed. So I think that'll be my first target. I think we'll go north. We'll try to see if we've got a way of connecting up there, if we're not blocked in by an arc of pure forest and swamp. If we can't, my only other choice, I don't like this choice. I do not want to take this vehicle through this kind of a city environment to try to get out of this area. That would be a rough trip with this vehicle. This way is almost as bad. I'm going to have to put myself probably in range of this flaming eye. Possibly I could creep my way through here and then around and go out this way. But I think north will be my first choice. Just debating on when. 1 o'clock. No real useful books to read. Not gonna craft anything. I think I'm just gonna pass time and then sleep. So let's just wait until dusk. 6 hours. Yeah, then we'll sleep the night away and we'll take off first thing in the morning. Whoops. There I am burning my power down with those enhanced memory banks that I'm not currently using. Not that that 8 power is going to do me much good. Alright, 7:30 p.m. Yeah, let's just go ahead and sleep. As long as you'd like. This is where I wake up and a horde has destroyed my vehicle. And all my crap's laying on the ground. That'll be funny. Funny in a Vorm cries kind of way. Okay, we woke up at 5:30. That's close. Let's wait for. They're saying dawn is in 9 minutes. Let's wait 30 minutes. Grab my gear. Drink my pine needle tea. I think I'm going to end up losing some of that soy milk because I'm drinking all my pine needle tea. I think that's enough. Alright, we're going to leave the rest of this crap here. Vehicle, you better not be trashed. Looking okay. Skeletal Brute. Hey, Skeletal Brute. Good timing. I don't want to deal with you. Okay, we are out of here. Goodbye, beloved home. Goodbye, dirty, dastardly school. Skeletal Juggernaut, Zombie Snapper. Yeah, they were lurking. They were lurking. None of them managed to Wanderspawn their way down into my little base area there. This time. They had done it previously a couple of times. But we managed to bail before it happened again. Alright, let's get away and get to a safe-ish spot, and then I'll finish moving my gear around a bit. I think I left a little tiny bit of gas in here, or did I actually manage to grab it all? Can't remember now. Let's find out. Hey there, Ivarusi. Welcome, thanks for the follow. Yeah, a little tiny bit. Siphon into the car. Ooh, yeah, we only got 39 liters. That worries me a tiny amount. Anything else I want to grab off of this thing while we're here? I don't have a lot of mechanic skills, so I can't do a lot of work on my own vehicle. Can't pull the seats. I don't think there is. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, let's drop the pillow and the blanket. Where'd you go, blanket? And the headgear. Alright, that's, what? That doesn't make any sense. 5 out of 25 so far on my seat there. Need the batteries right now. Need those right now. Keep everything else for general use. And don't need the arrow, but I've got it on auto pickup. Let's take it off auto pickup. Alright, I think we're good. I think it is time to divest myself of all these backpacks, though. Let's drop both of those. That leaves me 8 liters to pick up incidentals with. Do that. Take off that one. That gets me... Alright, I like that. So we got about 6 liters that we can carry really quickly if I just need to scoop something while we're driving. Then I've got a backpack on carrying that I can throw on real fast if I do need additional. And we're only sitting at our 34 torso encumbrance. That I can live with. This concerns me more than anything else. I'm just not used to wearing this heavy gear and having so much encumbrance on my legs and my feet, slowing me down. But, change of style. I gotta change things up for this particular guy. Just due to the super low level hit points we've got. Alright, think we're ready to travel. We're still turgid, not hungry at the moment, so... plot our way out of here. Just gonna follow the road, and then I gotta go east from the end of the road, and then start curving north, because I need to make sure I stay mostly away from that flaming eye. We've run into 3 so far this run. They seem to be a lot more populous than they have been in the past. Okay, we're just gonna roll our way off to the west and north. Acid ants. Because I have not yet updated to the new version, I do have to be very careful about minefields just randomly out here in the field, in the grasslands. Really hard for my brain to spot those new minefield signs out here. Okay, there's that tiny town. I want to say we did everything in here except I couldn't get into the dock office. I still can't. Nothing's changed there. Into the computer locked area anyway. We're going to avoid that. Here comes the forest I expected to block us off. I think we're going to get totally blocked up here. It's going to be a big waste of diesel. A hunting blind. Isn't that exciting? What do you got up here, hunting blind? Some ammo? Yeah, that's not useful. I don't think there's any chance I'm going to get up to that road network. I think it's going to be solid forest on an arc right here. I'm not sure if it's worth wasting my time trying to come check this section. But we are. I've been surprised before. Let's verify. That would be the cave. That would be a big old swarm of zombies for no particular reason. Out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, wait a minute. We got a town thing here. Alright, so things are not quite how they seem. Drug deal site. Anything I care about? Fusion blaster arm? It's hilarious that it's sitting out here in the middle of the field in a drug site. I actually care more about the hickory nuts than I do about that fusion blaster arm. Minor clothing. Nothing else other than that fusion blaster arm. I'm never going to use that fusion blaster arm for anything, so... What do we got? Little town just wedged into the forest here? Really? Youch. It may be part of this larger town here, but there is no way I'm just going to drive straight up the road here. Nuh-uh. Not going to happen. So, it's the same effect. Even though we got a little bit of a town situation here. There's no way I'm driving this particular vehicle up there. We're just way too damaged for that kind of nonsense. I'm already missing a front wheel. As soon as I lose one more wheel, this thing comes to a halt. That one's fairly damaged. Front end's in fairly good shape, all things considered, but yeah, I can't risk that. I can't risk that kind of a trip without having some kind of repair ability. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go dodge the other direction. Feral predators are out. Day 27. Yeah, double evolution. Usually by day 30, when I come to new areas I haven't gone or explored before, it's just chock full of feral predators. And what was the other thing I was seeing tons of? Can't remember the other one. I don't think it was Skulljugs, was it? But that's going to be a problem. Feral predators are going to be a problem. Super fast. A lot of bleeding, and I think they definitely can penetrate the kind of armor I've got currently. Alright, now we're going to play dodge the acid ants, then dodge the flaming eye. Ways to go. I need to stay as south as I can get. But the acid ant hill's here, so we're starting at the outside edge. That's where I marked the flaming eye. I might have to try to do something like this. We'll see when we get down there. Zombie master, always fun. Zombies are out and about. Alright, so we're getting down into this little cul-de-sac-y area. There's no way I can get through those buildings. Good old ambulance. I would love to check the ambulance. We're about as south as I can get from the potential flaming eye. I'm just not sure I can scoot north around him without getting stared at. What am I seeing down there? Is that a skeleton dog pack? And dog pack, skull dogs, and zombie dogs. So, north and risk it, or south and try to avoid the packs, and then get out this way and loop it back around to the road. Go north. Oh, flying polyp. We're already starting to see him. Oh, that's him hanging out right there. I remember he was down on the road last time we came through. That's going to make my path through even harder. Slow down. There's a crack. Show me the inside of this thing. 2 of the baskets. It's so close. Hop out, open door, hop out, check the baskets, leave. I know I've got stuff behind me. They're going to bang on the back of my vehicle. I don't think I can pass this up. So let's let go of the controls. We got it lined up. Whoa, flying polyps coming over. That I wasn't expecting. I hadn't considered that guy. Disinfectant and Thorazine. I've already got a stethoscope. Alright, we'll grab that. Please tell me he's not going to come through into my vehicle. Alright, hopefully it didn't take much. Hunting horror to the north. Shoggoth! There's a Shoggoth on the road! Oh, it's been forever since I've seen a loose Shoggoth. Oh my goodness. They're getting serious about these interdimensional invasions. Oh man, I feel bad for this area. Shoggoth is gonna go rip some stuff up. So is this a body site I'm looking at up here, where the Shoggoth is at? These look like bodies, normal bodies to me, because there's an inhaler. There's a flashlight. I can finally have a flashlight. Some aspirin. Yeah, this is a body site. Water purification and a roll mat. Not seeing anything I much care about. That flashlight's about the most interesting thing. But I don't think I want to get that close to the Shuggoth. I also still don't want to curve to the north, because I think I'm just barely out of sight of the Flaming Eye. So, we're going south. Hey there, Mr. Shuggoth. You have fun playing with the zombies in these here parts. Uh-oh, more buildings over here? No, it dead ends! Damn it. Oh, of course it dead ends. Oh, man, Cataclysm. I swear that the part of Cataclysm that hates me the most is the map generator. The map generator's just got it in for me. Got it in bad. Flaming eyes all over the place. Shuggoth, dead ends. Big old cul-de-sacs of forests. So, an RV. Hey, we got a generator. Hey there, portable generator. I'm on the road. I can't make enough use of this thing right now. I don't have a good reason to go into a mine. That's what this is, a mine. With Shuggoth nearby. If I had a little more space... I mean, I would love to grab the kitchen unit out of that RV. Just for eventual installation into the armored car. But... I am a bit space-strapped, and I'm not sure it would be a good plan. And guess what? I just... I makes my plans, and the RNG just laughs at me. So, we got blocked from the north. Now I'm finding a dead-end road, a Shuggoth, and then I'm heading face first into Fungal. Which means, I mean, it's all forest, north-south, all the way down to this area. Another Fungal, or another Flaming Eye to dodge here. With potential areas to go to once I do. And or I have to go right by this acid anthill to get through this roadway. If I go all the way back around again. And all of this is happening on a fuel tank where I know there's no additional fuel sources anywhere on this route. I'm not likely to get any additional diesel on any part of the map I can see right now. Arrgh. Oops, need bolt turning. Can't take it anyway. Well, that would be in the mine below me. Something down there is making a whole lot of noise. Yeah, we're definitely not going into the mine. I really wish I had gotten the telescope done. Telescope would be helping me out quite a bit here. What was I missing for the telescope? The spring, and I forget what else. What was it? Spring? I think just the spring, really. Solder, plastic chunks I can get. Solder just by taking apart electronic pieces from computers, and the plastic chunks also from computers. Easy. So, the spring. It's in some devices. Trying to remember where else I used to get it. I used to get it in lawnmowers. Car seats is the easiest one, but I don't have the wrench to get it out of the car seats. Yeah, let's just get out of this area. See if we're boxed in here as well. Fungal flowers. Flowers isn't that big a deal. Flowers don't tend to grow like the other ones do. So... that's why I didn't see it until I was almost right up on top of it. I'm just going to keep on driving. Hope I don't hit a minefield that my brain just refuses to register the signs for. While we look for another road. Slash city. Oh, school! Oh my goodness! Well, that's interesting. And I can drive around it. RNG giveth RNG, is this the giveth part? After the take awayeth part? I guess, yeah, it's a little harder to actually pull zombies out of the school now. It used to be I could do it with the school design, but this new design, I don't think my normal process of driving around a school to pull the zombies out is going to be nearly as effective. So, a couple of houses so far. School. Shock zombie that can get me through the opening in my vehicle. Yeah, that's a little light for the evening. We're a little early in the evening still. It'll pick up. I was hoping to drive through here, but having a school in a little 4-house or 3-house town is pretty interesting. All right, let's hit the park and brake. Let's circle around the other way. We do have a number of chillins heading our direction. I'm just going to lead them off down this way for now, along with that shock zombie. Another ambulance with 1 basket of stuff. 1 basket. And it's getting a little bigger. Alright, can't take the... Oh, 2 ambulances right next to each other. Can't take the vehicle up that way. That's not looking viable that way either. Got these stupid little blocking forests here. Let's spin this thing back around. Go back up the other side of the forest. Or the school, I mean. Alright, so playground side. This will get us next to the school offices. So, the library is on the 3rd floor of this space. I can go in a side entrance. There's stairs here in the center section to go up to the 3rd floor, and then I could try to do a fast scoot through the library. If I can get in there without other zombies coming in from the outside area, I'd have a good shot at getting to the library and getting a whole bunch of the books I'm missing. Home improvement right across the street. Then we got a few roads out of here, so this is much more to my liking, and we're not going to stay here long, so I'm not threatened by the proximity of the fungal flowers. I think I might just pull north here. Well, now let's keep going along the side here, see what kind of attention we get. The classrooms are looking fairly empty. That's a good sign. There is a security van. Security van, that's a possible source of some diesel. I haven't seen any super nasty zombies out here yet. My biggest problem is just damage output. This guy just, with 6 strength and such low hit point values, I just can't put out the damage. Yeah, alright, let's do this. Let's go ahead and, force you're up here. Alright, let's park here for now. Come here, zombie. Don't care. Alright. We did the research facility, the above ground facility. Those are on my no-no list. I don't go to those. Yeah, I got hit by the by the flaming eye last episode once, and it did the boomer bile on us. So we managed to avoid the fungal infection. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Rollerblade in? Stay on the boots? I think I'm going to have to go to the rollerblade. The danger is just going to be proximity and getting knocked down. What's my movement rate? Yeesh, 133. God, I just can't get used to that number. That's slower than the zombies. Most of them, anyway. Full stamina, 120. 120 if I maintain full stamina. Plus, I'm going to need the extra backpack, so fighting is going to be pretty much a non-issue. This will be a roll-in, roll-out type of thing. Yeah, this is going to be dangerous. Especially if anything adds into the crowd. I think what I'm going to do, we're going to assume low combat trip. I'm going to go with the, I'm going to go with max backpacks. I've already achieved peak backpack. I am missing a backpack. How am I missing a backpack? Did I put? Oh, I did put it up there. Never mind. My bad. Alright, so now we're at max backpacks. I've got the rollerblades just in case. Yeah, I think we're just going to go in as is. Alright, this is going to make me more than a little nervous. See what we can do. Ideally, it's just a quick in and out. Well, that's a few zombies that have decided to wander on out from the school area. Now I'm debating whether I want to... What time is it? 8:30 a.m. Daytime trip into the school. Need to verify the movement rates here. So we are able to stay just ahead of the group if I do just walking. Nothing fast has shown up yet, so this group's easy to move around. As soon as I get near dogs, things are going to get a little stickier. I'd like to know if there's gas in that van. Alright, let's stay on the road. Oh, nope, we do have a fast mover. No gas, no battery, no nothing. Engine compartment, what you doing over there, man? Yeah. Crash battery. Alright, so we can't get much use out of this. Let's try to peel some people off on the vehicle. Alright, I need to get into the school here. We're just gonna go straight in diagonal. Alright, run mode briefly. Right there. Back to walk mode. Alright, we're in. I'm not gonna worry about the regular classrooms. Unless I happen to spot something going by. But for the most part, I think it's going to be irrelevant. We're going straight for the library. Don't need more backpacks.